Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Orange County School Board's annual reorganization meeting for Tuesday, November 14th, 2023. Thank you all for being with us tonight. Board members are attending, all of us in person. I believe we have a full house. Yes, we do. I want to remind the public that the board members will not be engaging in outside electronic or digital communication during the meeting, so we can focus on the meeting itself. To my fellow board members and district staff, when speaking, please speak directly into your microphone and make sure it is turned on so that our YouTube and Orange TV viewers can hear you clearly. We're going to begin our meeting with a moment of silence followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. And now for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, our first order of business is to elect a vice chair for the Orange County School Board for the upcoming school year. And I will open the floor to nominations. Is there a nomination for vice chair? Member Byrd.
I have one.
Sorry, and then Member Salamanca. It's a competition. Member Byrd, you weighed in first.
Yes. I was just going to commend our most excellent current vice chair, Member Angie Gallo. I think she's done a phenomenal job, and if she wanted to continue her role for another year, I would be in support of that.
Member Salamanca, you have another nominee?
No, Member Bird just, stole it right from under me. I feel like I raised my hand before her, but it's fine.
You might have, but then I looked at the button. You did raise your hand, and then
I understand.
Okay.
Yes, I also find our vice chair is doing an extraordinary job. Could work on her number readings, but everything else strong.
well, okay. But
Only 1 point of feedback when we get into the billions.
I haven't missed many meetings, but the few that I have missed, she has brought us in shorter than any meeting that I'm in, so I think that's probably a good indication of her efficiency. Yes. So if appointed to that or elected to that position, would you agree to serve?
Of course.
Awesome. Wonderful. Without further nomination, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Yay. All right. Thank you.
Madam Chair, for the record, it's just a motion by Member Byrd and a second by Member Salamanca. Is that correct?
Well, it's a nomination, so you don't need a...
Okay, I was just making sure.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. I figured there was only one nomination, so I didn't think we did a motion and a second.
I usually like to have a motion and a second. Just wanted to clarify.
All right. Member Byrd got the first, and Member Salamanca got the second. And then we'll look at...
Makes it easier for minutes.
Parliamentary procedures later. All right. The next item on our agenda is the establishment of dates for the 2023-24 school board meeting. The board has to establish dates for the upcoming school board meetings in accordance with section 1001.372 Florida statutes. The district school board shall hold not less than one regular meeting each month for the transaction of business. It's been the district practice to hold 2 meetings per month, and it's been proposed that we continue to do so with the following exceptions. 1 meeting in December of 2023 due to winter break, 1 meeting in March 2024 due to spring break, and 1 meeting in July 2024 due to summer shutdown. At this point, I will entertain a motion for the establishment of the dates as recommended by the superintendent. Is there a motion? Member Felder, you're recognized.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. I move that we keep the dates as we've had them previous times.
All right, we have...
And going forward, yes.
All right, we have a motion from Member Felder. Do we have a second? Second by Member Kester-Dental. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. We are now on item 5.01, request approval of officers to the Leasing Corporation. I'm recessing our regular meeting of the Orange County School Board and calling to order the meeting of the Orange County School Board Leasing Corporation. The first action item is requesting approval of the minutes of the Orange County School Board Leasing Corporation dated November 15th of 2022. At this point, I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes. Is there a motion? Motion by Member Ferrant. Is there a second? Second by Member Vice Chair Gallo. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. The next item is the election of officers for the Leasing Corporation. The recommended slate of officers is attached to the agenda item. We need a motion to accept the recommended slate of officers or a motion for an alternative slate of officers. I'll entertain a motion. Motion to accept the recommended slate of officers. So Member Byrd has offered a motion to approve the recommended slate of officers. Do we have a second? Second by Vice Chair. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. With no further business for the Leasing Corporation, I am adjourning the meeting of the Orange County School Board Leasing Corporation and reconvening the reorganization of the Orange County School Board. Dr. Vasquez, any further items for the reorganization meeting? All right, thank you.
Nope.
All right. With that, there being no further business before the board, I am now adjourning the reorganization meeting. And we are through at 4:57. Get out.
What?
Well done, board. All right.
We're done?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, there is one other.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. We are reconvening. Sit back down. We are, yeah.
I'm like, baby.
We are reconvening the meeting of the school board. I apologize for the confusion. I do want feedback from the board about a letter that I drafted with the help of our Deputy General Counsel. And I think each of you have been provided with a copy of the letter. If you have any feedback, comments, any changes that you want to request, this would be the time to do so. If not, I would, if the majority of the board supports sending it, I would like us to determine a date whereby we would ask the Commissioner of Education to respond to us regarding the pronoun issue. So with that, Member Byrd, you're recognized.
Thank you, Chair. Yes, I think that the letter is excellent. I think it covers all of the points that make our case. And my only concern, and I shared this with the superintendent, is I don't want to send our guidance out to our schools and then have to send out new guidance after we get confirmation from the commissioner. So my preference would be for us to wait until we get an answer from the commissioner and then, or not a non-answer from the commissioner, and send out the guidance to our schools at that time so that we only send it out once. Because I think in the past when we've done that, when we've had to like readjust some information, it just adds for extra confusion. So as far as with that in mind, I would like to give the least amount of time possible and the most abbreviated turnaround for this letter. And I saw that it's being emailed and it's being sent in the mail, but I think as long as it's being emailed, I don't know why we couldn't ask for an answer by the end of the week. Could we not ask for an answer by the end of the week from them? They already have an answer. They already know, right? I mean, the end of the week is going to put us at Thanksgiving. And my thinking is that way we could give the guidance out right when we get back.
If I can share with you my thoughts, and then I'm going to call on the superintendent also for feedback. I initially had thought that maybe we would, and you don't, anybody panic. My initial thought was if we returned from holiday break, our winter holiday break, that would be a clean time to start with that communication. But after hearing the board's comments at the last 2 meetings, I realized that is not, I do not think in sync with the board's sense of urgency, which I completely respect and agree with. So then I thought perhaps after we return from the Thanksgiving holiday, the only concern that when you say they already have an answer, I'm not entirely sure that's the case. And the reason I say that is when it was brought, when there was concern raised about our LGBTQ banners at our schools, I don't believe we ever got an answer about that, which is why I think it's important for us to make sure that we communicate that we do plan to move forward. We think we're in good legal standing, but give them sufficient time. And so before I call on everybody, I do want to hear from the superintendent in terms of what her thoughts are on sufficient time.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I agree that waiting until we come back from winter break is too long. I do believe asking them for a decision by the time we come back from Thanksgiving break is too short. I don't know how many of them are going to be on holiday break, but I believe if we would extend it and maybe even say the first Monday in December, that would give them, if they're working next week, but then a full week after that. And we are making the changes that we received by Tuesday. And so we'll have that document ready to go with the language, the preferred pronoun language with parent permission, so that if we get a response in the affirmative or if there isn't a response, we can send it out. And if we receive a different response that it's not in compliance with the law, then we're able to take just that section out and replace it with just the name and no pronoun.
Okay. Member or Vice Chair Gallo.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So I'm in agreement on the guide. I do think that we should hold off until we hear, just to cut down on the confusion with our employees. I think that December 1st is reasonable. This is a committee week, and there's a lot of deregulation going on in Tallahassee right now. So I'm not positive that while the DOE may see it, that they'll have time to really react or act upon it. So I'd like to give them a little bit more time just to be courteous. And I don't have any changes. That looks like a musical note. Is that correct? I'm not a legal eagle. That was my only question grammatically in that
Yes,
sentence.
No, I understand.
What is it?
Yeah,
Yes.
the section sib.
Is that what that is? And that's correct?
And there's
Okay.
2 of them? Okay.
Yeah, it looks like a music symbol. Okay. Okay. Those were all that was all I had. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for writing this letter.
Thank you. Member Ferrant.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think we all probably know where I stand with the letter. So personally, after reading through the letter and understanding the state laws and then the state Department of Education ruling, I personally do not want my name on the letter. I don't believe just the wording and the way that it comes across as if we are above the law. And so for that reason, I'm going to respectfully ask for my name to be removed from the letter. If you all wish to send that, you are more than welcome, but I would like my name to be removed from that because I don't think we need to get into everything. While I agree with parental rights, and I think that is something that I think we can speak with legislators regarding that in regards to this law. But currently it is the state law and the ruling by the Department of Education. So for that reason, I would respectfully ask for my name to be removed from the letter.
And when you say that, I'm assuming we weren't asking you to sign the letter.
Well, it says school board, and so just like you had asked for me not to ever just assume that or just speak for the whole board, and so I would prefer that my name not on it. So if you would like to put like everyone's name individually, and then just remove my name from
Okay.
it.
Typically, when I send something on behalf of the school board, we don't all sign it. I do want to be, I want to be clear about one thing, not confrontational, but clear. When the school board votes, it is a vote of the school board. The difference is if I say something individually that the board has not authorized me to say or have a position on, then it's not the board, it's me. So the stationery we have has your name on it. So if we send it from that stationery, it will have your name on it. We're not asking you to sign it.
But at the bottom it says it has your maybe signature, and then under that it says School Board of Orange County.
Yes.
But we've been copied on it. Is that what you're saying?
Well, the CC is just that we've been copied on the letter.
Okay. Then I don't know if Ms. Enval has.
Madam Chair, we can use I'm guessing you're going to put it on letterhead like you usually do, and that has each individual school board member listed individually. We can just have whoever creates our letterhead remove member Ferrant's name from that list.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were saying you didn't want me to sign it as chair of the school board. You're not saying that. You're just saying
I'm just saying I don't want my name on the letter.
Okay, yeah.
Perfect.
I understand where you're coming from. I wanted to make sure I understood, so that I want to do right by the board, and to the extent that we can honor individual board members' personal opinions on this. I will say, I know there are different opinions out there. I honestly believe what I wrote. I really believe that when you tell somebody you're not required to do something, you wouldn't say it if you meant you're not permitted to. If I tell my kids when they were younger, you're not permitted to smoke, I wouldn't tell them you're not required to smoke. That would give them the entirely wrong impression. So I think the fact that they've used the terms that we can't require our employees to honor those pronouns in and of itself speaks pretty clearly to me that they're allowed to but not required to. So I'll be anxious to hear back from the state. I won't be surprised if it takes to the end of that period to hear back, because I think it might take a little bit more time to synthesize that. So we will send it out. The superintendent's recommendation was the first Monday, which will actually be, I think, December 4th. And I think that's a good idea, because I would imagine a lot of people are taking next week off. All right. I thank the board for the support on this. I want to thank again. I want to thank you. I want to thank John. I also want to thank Kelly King for her help on this too over the weekend. And with that, Member Salamanca, you're recognized.
I just wanted to say that, December 4th, is that the Monday? Sounds like a good timeline, and I appreciate the chair and Dr. Vasquez for working on this together to reflect some of the thoughts I think we've all had here on the board. And I appreciate the wording. I think parental rights goes both ways, and it's, if a parent wants a kid and respects the kid's pronouns, and we're not requiring anyone to call the kid by the pronoun, but it is the parent's choice and right. And so this school board is supportive of parental rights, and we're excited to stand by that with the Department of Education. And I think that our letter is very explicit, that our request is to clarify that we are for parental rights, and I feel really great about that. So thank you for the board for supporting that, with the exception of Alicia. I guess on this one, parental rights only goes one way.
All right. Any further input or comments from the board on this or any other subject? All right. Then this time, this meeting is really adjourned. Thank you.
Still a record.
Still a record.
So it won't, if her name is taken out.